Guten Morgen. Nochmal, again. So this time, this is the final video of today. So the final outfit with the German flag, so displayed. But what we're going to do now is we're simply going to kind of clean up our language a little bit and become more polite. So this actually is outlined very well in your workbook. It's also in the book, but it's a little harder to find. So you've done the workbook 73 and 74. So this is the final lesson for this chapter, for this section of the chapter. So this is going to be workbook 75, and what happens is we're going to preface this statement that you've learned how to do, and we're going to figure out what the answers are going to be for whether you know it or you don't know the answer. Okay? So if you look on page 75, at the top, there are two pretty long words. You might need to practice these in front of a mirror to be sure you're saying them right. Kidding. So when you want to say, excuse me, so you want to get somebody's attention, you bump into somebody, this works for that as well. Excuse me, do you know where the post office is? Or could you tell me, etc. Okay, so there are two words for this excuse me. One is Verzeihung, and the other one, which you perhaps have heard, is Entschuldigung. Okay? The verb actually that Verzeihung comes from verzeihen means to forgive. Okay? So verzeih mir means please forgive me. But if you say Verzeihung, you're saying, oh, forgive me for interrupting your thoughts or your walk or whatever it is. Do you know? So you can start your question that you've learned up here with this. Verzeihung, wissen Sie, wo der Bahnhof ist? Okay? And this is a little more formal, I would say, than this one. If you're going to do this with kids, with your own age, you would probably want to use Entschuldigung. And you can raise your voice a little bit to get people's attention. Entschuldigung, wisst ihr, wo die Bank ist? That kind of thing. Okay? So that's the story with those two. And you will notice that that in the box on the top of page 75, that's exactly what they did. Verzeihung, wissen Sie, wo die Post ist? And then Entschuldigung, weißt du, wo die Bank ist? All right? So now, I'm not quite sure what this bracket means, but es tut mir leid, we've had that before. That means I'm sorry. Okay? So you could say, as a response to wissen Sie, wo die Bank ist, you could say, es tut mir leid, das weiß ich nicht. I'm sorry, but I don't know. You could also say, es tut mir leid, ich bin nicht von hier. You actually know all of those words. I am not from here. So if you're walking around in San Francisco and somebody asks you where something is and you don't live there, you're not going to know where it is. So you can give them a reason. Ich weiß es nicht is no reason. But if you say, ich bin nicht von hier, that's the reason that you don't know. So you could say, es tut mir leid, ich bin nicht von hier. And then they give you another option. Keine Ahnung means no idea. So, do you know where the post office is? No idea. And then you would probably say, I'm not from here. You could say, no idea, I don't know, but that's kind of redundant. You don't really need to say that. Okay, so the keine Ahnung I would stick with, ich bin nicht von hier. So these are what I used to call in class language chunks. You need to learn them as chunks and in the context that they're used, and they will make your language much more polite and appropriate and authentic, because people use these polite formulations. Okay, pretty short lesson. Then you have page 75 to do, and then that's going to be it for this section of the chapter. Okay, so that's it for this week until Thursday, when I hopefully find you a fun video to watch, perhaps with no assignment. We'll see. And again, I'm looking forward to seeing you on Wednesday. You don't have to do these all at once. You'll notice that I've changed the due date. Okay? I'm also going to put a little note on the front page of Google Classroom for you about doing these assignments and how they're going to count. So please give that a read and let me know if you have any questions. Hope all are well. I hope really that you're doing well and you're coping in these strange times. And I am really looking forward to seeing you soon. Tschüss!